so today we're going to do the water density experiment. So to start with, I have 4 cups of water. That's maybe 2/3 of the way filled. And then I have 2 tablespoons sugar and baking soda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside as my water, which will be the control. And I'm going to add the salt in my water and just stir it in until all of the salt has dissolved. Next, I'm going to do the same with the sugar, and lastly with the baking soda. Plastic beads that I can use to see whether my bead will float or sink in these solutions. So first up, we have the water, so I'm going to drop that in and see if it'll float or sink. So as you can see, the bead is not floating in this one. But what about the solution where we have water and baking soda? So let's see if it's going to float or sink. I'm going to poke it again. Looks like it's going to float in the baking soda. Then thirdly, I'm going to do the one with water and sugar. So I'm going to poke it again to get rid of the air bubbles. It's also floating. The water with the salt, and the bead is floating in there as well. So as you can see, the bead is sinking in the water, whereas it's going to float in all of the solutions.
Representation of
sugar,
the plain water
salt,
versus water with salt, sugar, or baking soda in it. From the image, we can see that when we have salt or sugar or baking soda added to the water, the density of the water increases. This means the number of particles per unit area increases compared to plain water. What this means is that when we drop the bead in the water with added material, the bead is able to float due to higher density in the solution compared to plain water.